welcome back to Cold Waters. This is David Steele, or Captain Numpty, and here's me boat. And yeah, we've not long started what might be quite an interesting mission. This is part of the 1984 Cold Waters campaign, and we're back in the Skipjack because, hey, Skipjack, I've been learning a lot about the game, about the mechanics and everything else. And we're hunting a cruise missile submarine, and I don't know if this engagement is actually the submarine I'm looking for. I'm going to do something risky. We're just off the coast of France. I'm popping my radar up along with my ESM mast and my periscope to take a look.
Master 3 is classified as merchant.
Oh, my contacts. Okay, and this is a quicker way of pretty much sorting out what I'm looking at. All right, now that tells me that I'm going to drop those. I have two probably submerged contacts dead ahead at my 12 o'clock position, and 4 surface ships, and they all look like they're neutral. They're green. So let's go ahead and take a look at these contacts. So Sierra 1. I think that's an Oscar. But this may be my primary target.
Classified as submerged submarine.
Sierra 4. Is that an escort submarine? Is it an attack boat? I don't have such a good signal on Sierra 4, so it might be further away. Oh, it might be an Alpha. In fact, if it's a submerged contact, it looks like it's an Alpha. So looking at the waterfall, these two here line up. This one maybe has a sound line here. I don't think that matches up. This one seems to match up, and then this one, there might be a line there, but there's also lines everywhere. So, well, let's go ahead and consider it Alpha. And apparently F2 shows me unit. I don't actually see what that is. Okay, that's fine. But I think that Sierra 1 is most definitely my primary target. So let's set up to intercept and engage Sierra 1. And what is it doing? So the Skipjack is not particularly quiet. Yeah, and I think being on the surface, we get to hear all that noise. I'm going to just descend a little bit, I think. Or dive a little deeper. Looks like it's at a couple of 100 feet, so I guess we'll pitch the nose down and let's get down to a couple of 100 feet. That does mean I can do 15 knots without cavitating. And cavitating is when the propeller, I think it pretty much pushes the oxygen out of the water. So you get bubbles, and it's very noisy. The deeper you go, the more water pressure that you have. The more water pressure that you have around you, the harder it is to squeeze those bubbles of oxygen out of the water.
Passing 200 feet.
Okay, I didn't actually mean to be quite so aggressive on diving, but thanks to my dive officer. Let's level off. About 250 feet. That's good enough, or close enough, I should say. Let's go back to this tactical view. Excuse me. So, Sierra 4 is coming towards me. Sierra 1 is moving away. So Sierra 1 is 14,000 yards. That's a pretty decent distance. Now, do I have the legs to reach that? Well, what it actually is. Let's take a look. What is this? Okay, 30 knots, 2,000 feet. That's a modern. It's a modern submarine. It's big as well. 16,500 tons. Has a shark gill, a latest generation. Okay, the shark tail is, yeah, and then SSN-16 is a modern torpedo-launched missile, or a missile-launched torpedo rather. You said 3,000 yards. Yeah, that's a long distance. What's the Alpha spec? SSN-15. Okay, and inferior torpedoes. So 1,500 yards. Right, the Oscar is a pretty big threat here. I really want to take down the Oscar. He's probably moving away from me. Yes. 11 knots. No. Let's go back to Sierra 1. I don't have his speed, and the Alpha might be coming towards me at 10 knots. Can you hear me? 14 decibels on the active. That's what the SNS computer's telling me. It's going to be getting to that point where it's going to hear me. No. So the alpha is between me and the Oscar. So I got to go through the alpha to get to the Oscar.
Helm left 2, 304. Helm
That
I.
means I got to sink him. I don't really have much of a choice. And if I launch at this distance, the alpha's going to turn tail and run. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if I drive him off, it opens up the Oscar for a bit of an interception run. But I've got to catch the Oscar, and I think by the time I've caught up with the Oscar, I'm going to have this alpha breathing down on my neck. The Oscar's doing 5 knots, so
Con, helm, steady course.
that's going to help. Because right now, it's not like he's doing 9 knots or 12 knots. It's not like he's moving away from me at such a speed. So we have a chance to tackle this. There's deeper water to the northwest. This is France. La Belle France. Oops. And then deeper water over here, but that's the English Channel, I believe. So we're not going to get anywhere close to the White Cliffs of Dover, I don't think. All right, this alpha is, well, I would say it's getting closer, but it's not really. I want to increase this. Try increasing my speed to 10 knots to see what difference that makes to sound.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I.
Not that much. Reduce, oh, makes a little bit of difference. Okay.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Go back to ultra quiet, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we've got enough on the target to think that's what is F2. Okay, so F2 shows me his view. That's what I figured. Right. We have enough information to be able to see it. "9,000 yards. I have the torpedo has the range to be able to reach him, but he's going to turn tail and run, and he's going to do 44 knots. And I think my torpedo can do 52 or 56 knots, so I can catch him, just very, very slowly. I really think to drive him off, might just have to throw a torpedo his way, and that might be enough, possibly. Okay, let's just start right time. Let's see what happens. He's turning away from me. Okay. And he's turning away from me completely. Right, I'm gonna bump my speed up to 10 knots.
Make turns for
Oh, that's not good.
Make turns for 5.
Something over
Maneuvering
here
I.
has detected me. Yeah, that's really not good. Oh, that's very bad news. Okay.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Launch that, and I think I want to launch
Shoot 2-4. Aye.
Con, sonar,
my
new
Moss.
contact bearing 253.
Yep,
Designated
you
Sierra
think?
7.
What the heck is Sierra 7? That's a bad guy. Let's identify this. What the heck could this be? Is it a cruise missile boat? I think it is. Oh my word, there's even more torpedoes, and that's a Sierra.
Con, sonar, Sierra 7 is classified as submerged
What's Alpha
submarine.
doing? Alpha's not going away. I could like to take out the Alpha, but I also think I've got to take out this Sierra here as well. Do I have a range? 5,000 yards, 30 knots. No.
Con, fire.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the
Yeah.
water, torpedo in the
Figured
water.
that was gonna happen.
119.
Alright, so my tail. Okay.
Make turns for
No problem.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep, I figured we would be.
2-4.
Come right to 0.
Okay, a lot going on there right now. I've launched a Moss decoy in my old heading, basically heading northwest. I'm turning more north, and I'm hoping to get out of the way of this torpedo that is
Con, sonar, lost
on my
contact.
6.
Master 2, last bearing 276. Con,
I think it's
helm,
worked. That's
steady
the torpedo
course.
fighter towards me. my moss. These
Con,
are
fire control. We've lost the wire.
all sorts going on here. Right, let's go ahead and reload.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 29.
So I think this
Contact
torpedo's
faded.
going to pick me up when it turns, depending which direction it turns. I want to be doing
Torpedo room.
30 knots by
ready.
the time that happens. I want to be on my way. Gosh, this got awfully exciting all of a sudden. Moss I fired southwest might be lost. Okay, this is where the torpedo detects me, I think. I'm 1,500 yards away. I think it's going to pick me up.
Con sonar lost
Yep,
contact. Sierra
it did.
7.
Okay.
Last bearing 257. Contact.
Con, knuckle
I'm going to
formed.
turn towards this torpedo. I'm going to scrape the paint of this thing as it goes by me. I have a bad feeling about this, but I'm in a difficult situation. I'm surrounded by torpedoes.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 30.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's drop a
Con
noisemaker.
sonar
Oh no,
lost
oh no,
contact.
oh no, 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 I want to see me.
039. Contact faded.
That's really bad news.
Passing 200 feet.
Although it missed me. Thank goodness. Okay, I really wanted to see where I was. That was really unfortunate, that action camera shot.
Passing 200 feet.
Took me the torpedo that was being fired my way. This view is not very useful. But this torpedo is spooked. Something blew up.
Regained contact on Sierra 4. Bearing 288.
This torpedo may be tracking something. And I'm heading my way back to join up with this Moss to try and throw this torpedo off me.
Torpedo room. Tube 4 ready.
Alright, difficult to keep up with what was going on there. But the long and short were, we've managed to avoid this torpedo. Pretty much completely, I think. Very surprised at. Something got a good return on me on the sonar.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm now tracking, following this Moss, and that Alpha's about to eat it. Yes,
Contact.
good
Sierra.
lad.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1. Con sonar. Launch transient
Sierra
from
1's over
Sierra
here.
1.
Alright, let's go ahead and
Con
slow down.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
Let's turn
Come
southwest.
left 224. Helm I.
Go.
Make turns for 5.
Let's
knots.
drop my
Maneuvering
torpedo.
up.
Oh, there he is. Look at that. Yeah, I can't catch him, I don't think.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on
Interesting.
Master 6. Bearing 0.
I really can't catch
9.
this, I don't think. What's his
Con
range?
sonar regained contact on Sierra 7. Bearing 257.
His range is 11,000 yards. I don't think my torpedo's going to be able to catch him at this distance, unfortunately. I think it's a weighted shot. The Sierra 7, 15,000 yards, it reckons. And there's a barrier in the way as well. So, those torpedoes are not really a threat right now. So I think I just wait. I need a crack at this Oscar, but I've got to get close to it. And he's like, nope, out of here. He may come back and investigate. I mean, he might. He might come back and investigate. That's what I got to hope for, because I don't think I can catch him in a chase. I can travel the same speed or not quicker than he can, but making such a noise that anything else with a torpedo will be able to see me. Again, I could have hoifed it behind. Well, I could have hacked it off behind the moss, but the moss will eventually expire, and then I'll just be exposed to 2, 3, or maybe even 4 torpedoes. And I've got one of those t-shirts before, and it wasn't fun. Got a little dry because I got excited. Well, one of these torpedoes has detected the moss, so it's heading up towards the moss, which is, expected. That's me in the distance. What's my range? I might be a little close here. The Oscar's range is 3,000 yards for those torpedoes. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I might be a little too close.
Come left 2.
Let's turn away.
3, 4. Helm aye.
I mean, that's 4,000 yards. It should be okay, but we were closing. I don't like the word should be okay. There's so much open to interpretation about whether I should be okay, and I think I'm going to be alright here thinking about it. Let's go ahead and
Helm
hack
right 2. 270. Helm aye.
it west. Might get a better fix on this Sierra as well, and he might turn around. 35 knots, he's booking it. Both of these guys are running for it. Running away from me. Shame. Oh well. I expect the Sierra will slow down and turn around to face me at some point. But not right now. He appears to be some distance away. Making a whole bunch of noise. And the Oscars booked it too. I'm going to go up to 10 knots. I want to
Make turns for 1.
at least get
0,
closer to the
9.
vicinity of the
Maturing
Alpha.
aye.
Because the noise it's making will help disguise me from other sonar stuff around me. And I'm
On helm. Steady course.
all about being hidden. Maybe. Right. Let's accelerate time a little bit.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 5. Last bearing 0, 6, 0. Contact is in the baffles.
I've still got that Oscar. I don't think my torpedo would have gotten close to it. Are these torpedoes to the south? That's very interesting. Are they still wire guided? Oh, one of them's not
Con
anymore.
sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 2, 5, 4. Contact faded.
Where's the trawler? I guess I missed him. Okay.
Con sonar regained contact on. Master 3. Bearing 1, 4, 0.
Right, that Oscar may be turning round. He's definitely changing his vector, so he might be possibly coming back to take another sniff for me. I've got something you can sniff, sonny boy. Let's just drink some more coffee though. I sound very
Con
dry.
sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 1, 1, 9. Contact is in the baffles.
He's not slowed down though. What's the specification of the Sierra? What's that? 8,000 tons. Pretty good depth, and it's shark gill. Yeah, so it's a modern boat. It's more modern than I am, sadly. So taking an Alpha and a Skipjack is good going, but this guy is turning towards me. I think I can take him on. At the same time, he's making lots of noise. Let's point towards
Come
the
right
wreckage
307.
Rig
and
shipper
drop to
ultra-quiet.
ultra quiet.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Alright,
Master. Con
Oscar's slowing
helm.
down
Steady
massively
course.
there, and he's just vanished from my sonar. So it looks like he was heading south, this area here, so I might send a cheeky torpedo that way. Because what's the worst that happens, right? And if I fire a torpedo at range and I've still got the wire, I can guide it towards the target. I suspect my torpedo will be hidden by the Alpha. Right, let's just take a chance. Let's just fire it. 14,000 yards is a long way for it to travel.
Shoot tube 2.
We'll give it a go. And the Alpha, the Sierra fired upon me. Okay. There's a torpedo about here. Do I want to tackle the Sierra? Do I want to bring this torpedo towards the Sierra, and because it's right about here somewhere. Pretty safe bet that he's here where the mouse pointer is, and the Oscar I don't know for sure. So I could point this torpedo towards this target area and hopefully pick him up and take care of him. He's a clear and present danger, so I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to assume he's going to be heading north. I don't want to necessarily mess up my wire. I want to try and keep this wire connected as best I can. And that said, this torpedo, what was the Sierra's torpedo? You said 80. 3,000 yards. Okay, that's a dangerous torpedo, so I really need to get a bit of distance between me and it. Let's head nearly south.
Come left to 188. Helm aye.
What I'll try and do now is get out of the range, the detection range of this torpedo. I know that there's a wreck that's...
Con sonar regained contact on
That's
Sierra
interesting.
7 bearing 262.
that's going to help me, but I really don't want... Oh, yeah, okay. He's turning south. So he's probably somewhere around about here. I think I need to pile on a bit of speed. I'm going to end up... Yeah, I think I do.
Come left to 164. Helm aye.
This is probably going to cavitate.
For 15 knots.
I want to make
Maneuvering aye.
this torpedo live. Alright.
Con sonar regain. Con maneuvering, making turns
And now that it's live, I want to crank it up to flank speed. I want to get away from this torpedo. This torpedo is dangerous. We're heading away from it.
Con helm.
I think I'm going to lose the wire.
Con sonar. Torpedo in
Yeah.
the water. Torpedo
Dang
in
it,
the water.
it spotted
Bearing
me.
296.
Okay. Well... I guess we can try and use the wreckage of the Alpha, maybe. Maybe.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
Yeah,
7.
figured that was gonna
last
happen.
bearing 2,
Right.
5, 8. Contact is in the baffle.
Let's drop a knuckle in the face of this torpedo.
Con, knuckle formed.
And let's drop the depth slightly. Just ever so slightly. Yeah, I need to get the wreckage between me and it. And that's going to be a challenge, but I think we can do
Con
it.
sonar lost contact. Master 5.
Okay.
Last bearing 1.
Ready for another
2.
knuckle
Contact
torpedo?
faded.
Some
Con,
of
knuckle
that.
formed.
There you go. Well, that may not have helped me. Yeah, that didn't help me at all. Okay, so a knuckle at the Cylon aspect didn't really help.
Making turns for 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
That
Con
knuckle did.
sonar lost contact. Master 3. Last bearing 1, 2, 8. Contact
I'm gonna
faded.
aim right for this
Come left to 2.
for this rack, and I'm dropping my depth just I need to scrape it.
Steady course.
We are getting very close to the bottom.
Passing 400 feet.
Yep, I know. That's okay. And have another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
This feels incredibly dangerous, but we're going to try it. Okay. I really need the torpedo to detect the wreck, not me. Didn't work.
Con, knuckle formed.
Another knuckle, noisemaker, and that may have helped. He's turning away towards the
Con,
wreck.
knuckle formed.
This isn't helping me. No. He's back on my tail.
Passing 400 feet.
Climbing. I think. Yep. Dang it, he got me. Did I get picked up? Okay. Thank goodness I got picked up. Well, I tried to use the wreckage to take care of the submarine, so the torpedo hunted me down, and it didn't work. I think that's going to draw today's video to a close. I am trying to learn the skipjack, and it's not working out for me. You know, that was a pretty tough assignment, I think. I read the brief. I did an okay job of it. I took out one and ate a torpedo. So, hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you on the download. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.